Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Slumber Number One. And before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got Slumber Number One here. It is an image book, and it is by Smith, Cardinale, Robbins, Wands, and Ontos. And we start off in Queens, New York, where there is a murder that has happened. This is one of many recent murders that's been going on. These police officers have been on the case for a while and they haven't really got any leads. But the thing that's been interesting about these crimes is that there have been 7 bodies with 7 different killers, but all 7 crime scenes have matched. And we see on the wall, someone has written in blood, "I seek the Dream Eater." And this detective named Finch looks in the victim's purse and finds the card of someone named Stetson, who says they're a dream helper and that they can make your nightmares go away. Then we cut to somewhere else in the city. We're in a room with a guy on some computers, and he seems to be guiding some people into this person's dream. Now, this gentleman is having a dream of a creepy carnival, and there's this carny who begins to try to tickle him. He goes through a bunch of dream logic sequences where nothing really makes sense where he's running, but eventually he ends up at a birthday party, and his grandma turns into this tickle monster, and right as it's about to catch him, the monster's head gets blown off. And we're introduced to the main character, Stetson, who is this character with the shotgun, and she has a friend here, but his name is Larry. As she's explaining to the man's consciousness in his dream that he is in fact dreaming and that they are here to kill a nightmare for him, this rabbit shows up and says, "You don't belong here, leave this place, Dream Eater." And this rabbit has on its chest the same symbols that were at the murder scenes we saw earlier. And Stetson tries to rush everybody with her shotgun, and she makes some headway, but she runs out of ammo right as she's about to attack the rabbit. So Larry has to grab her and get her out of there before she gets attacked. And then they run through this door, and they're in our world. They're in that room with the computer guy and the gentleman sleeping. And as they recover from going through the door, the gentleman wakes up, and he is told that his nightmare is gone, and he's going to sleep like a baby now. And after he leaves, we see that these dreams take a pretty hard toll on Stetson as she talks about how she is a dream detective and a nightmare hunter, and about how dark all of that can be. Then we cut back to the detectives from the beginning, and they're questioning the man who is seemingly the attacker in that crime scene. And he's just saying that he is innocent, that he was asleep, and then when he woke up, all of a sudden, he was in somebody else's house, there was a body and the knife in his hand. And the detectives are thinking maybe this is some sort of cult, that these people have rehearsed this story because that's what everybody else has said as well at each of the 7 crime scenes. They pull out a picture of Stetson because he knew to look for her from that card earlier. And as the suspect looks at the picture, he gets tired and falls asleep. And then his body reanimates and is obviously like possessed by something because he stands up, breaks his handcuffs, and puts his hands on the detective's head and does some sort of spell in order to get this detective to take him to the Dream Eater. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else here. So this was a very interesting comic. I liked it a lot. There was a lot of humor in it, and the story was unique and different. It was paced really well, with starting off with that murder, and then seeing the cool carnival fight scene in the dream world and everything was pretty fun. So this is a really fun start to a new series. The writing was solid. Like I said, there was a lot of comedy in it, and the story has a lot of intrigue, and it definitely makes you want to read more. The art is definitely stylized, but it fits this type of book. It fits with all the crazy dream world sequences and everything. So overall, I like this book a lot. I thought it was really solid, and I would definitely want to continue with this. So I'm going to give this book a 3.5 out of 5. And if you saw anything you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see y'all in the next one.